Well, as you said, the administration can only function within the limitations of its own resources. There's nothing more or less that we can do. But having said that, the problems of real estate will not be about loan restructuring or banks and things, because those things can be negotiated. I'm sure there's going to be a whole new world of negotiations. But the problem is of demand, that because your demand doesn't depend on how much you can build, your demand depends on how the rest of the industry and the economy functions, that people should have money to invest in a home or in a new office space or whatever that is. So, creating demand is something that the government is looking at in a very serious manner. And as I said, we are looking… because right now, without a massive foreign investment coming into the country, it's going to be difficult for us to come out of this quickly. It will take a long time to come out of it if we don't get a huge amount of foreign investment. Right now in India, foreign investment just comes to Mumbai, plays in the stock market when it's convenient, otherwise it goes away. No, foreign investment must come into construction, must come into bridges, roads, ports and whatever else, or even residential properties and commercial properties, it needs to come in. These bold steps have to be taken. I think already a few steps have been taken, because in trying to be bold, we don't want to lose our judiciousness. So that is always there. So about yourself, keeping your stamina, don't use those carts in the golf course, just walk it, huh? 18 holes, if you walk it, you will get physical stamina. Mental well-being mental well-being, I think every one of you should take this up. This is a good time. That is simple processes. We are offering various things available to you, various simple practices like Isha Kriya, Simha Kriya, which enhances your immune system. These are all available as free downloadable processes. Otherwise, I can send the link to all of you if you wish. There is inner engineering online being offered. This is a simple way for people… See, this is all. There are various aspects to this. One thing is our body, how our body should function, how our mind should function, how our emotions should function, how our basic life energy should function. If these four things are happening well within us, then our ability to create the outside situation is greatly enhanced. If our body doesn't take instructions from us, mind doesn't take instructions from us, our emotions are sloshing all over the place, our energies don't behave the way we want, then our ability to create what we want will become greatly crippled. When we face challenging situations, what it means is, we are facing a situation which is not a simple situation that we have to struggle to deal with it, or in other words, the outside world in some way has become challenging. When outside is a challenge, you should not become a challenge by yourself. For most human beings, their own thought and emotion is a big challenge. They don't need any enemy from outside. They don't need a virus actually. They can sit at home, they can walk on the golf course and freak. I see so many people doing that. They're playing a game but they're losing their mind doing that, simply because the way you think and feel is not controlled by you. So this inner engineering process, the whole process involves all the four dimensions of body, mind, emotion and energy, but the online process handles just thought and emotion. If you can think and feel the way you want, being blissful and joyful is a natural consequence. So how can I be blissful in a crisis? Especially in a crisis, you must be blissful, because in a crisis means your body, your brains must function at its best, not be paralyzed. If you're in anxiety, if you're in fear, if you're in those kind of things, you get paralyzed. So there is substantial scientific and medical evidence to show that only when you are in a state of some kind of pleasantness within you, your body and your mind functions at its best. In many ways, how well you harness your body and your brains is your success in the world, in many ways. Not the whole of it, at least to a large part, that's what it is. So it's important that everybody does a little bit of inner engineering within themselves, bring themselves to a state when there is a challenging situation, your faculties don't fail you. When there is a challenging situation, you yourself do not turn against yourself. Whatever this anxiety, stress, fear, terror, whatever it is, you can give it any number of names, but essentially it is about your intelligence turning against yourself. Once your intelligence turns against yourself, there is no force in the universe that can do any good for you. So this is important, that your intelligence always works for you, never against you. So you may say, no, I'm stressed because of my business. You are not stressed because of your business, you are stressed because you do not know how to handle your thought and emotion. This is what inner engineering means. You learn this fundamental thing, that your thought and your emotion is never an impediment in your life. There are substantial challenges outside, let's